son! What a head!
Welcome to Across the Pond Review, where we review anything and everything about the Premier League. I am your co-host, Owen G, and to the left of me, one of my best mates, Lewis. Lewis, how you doing tonight?
Well, I'm doing okay. I don't know about them fans up in London, though. Them Blues, I don't know, mate.
We're not doing too well. Let's just get into it. Chelsea versus Barcelona at the Camp Nou. Well, I'll be honest. When I saw the starting lineup, I saw Giroud, and I said, you know what? Conte's listening to me. I wanted Giroud up top, and that's what I got. I wasn't too keen on Fabregas starting, like I said. He's been playing bad. He played horribly against Man City, and I think, once again, he played terribly. You know, if there's somebody that we have to let go in the summer, for me, it's Fabregas. Now, you're going into the back line. The back line, like I said, very inexperienced. Antonio Rudiger, Christensen cost us today. If anything, I thought it would have been a good idea to drop Rudiger and start Cahill. But Antonio Conte's putting his faith in the youth, and hopefully in the future, that's going to help us out. And Courtois, man, cannot believe a keeper of Courtois' ability got beat twice. Nutmegged by Messi. The second greatest player in the world nutmegged him twice. And after that, it was after the second minute, you know, I was very disillusioned when I thought Chelsea had to play a perfect game. And that's what a lot of people were saying. Chelsea had to play a perfect game to be able to advance to the next round. And we played far from a perfect game. It was, you know, we reacted well after the first goal. I think we started attacking. But, I mean, we just couldn't get it in. And Barcelona played, for me, a perfect game. I have to give it to them. You know what summed up the night for me was in the second half, Marcos Alonso was through. He was going to take a rip, and you have your attacking winger, Dembele, come back and give a perfect slide tackle. It was like a center-back slide tackle, and took the shot away from Marcos Alonso. And that just summed up Barcelona's performance for me. Very lethal, critical, and they got the job done. Unfortunately for us, we're out, and it's time to rebuild. Like I said, we got to let go of some players. Fabregas needs to go. Courtois, he can go to Madrid. He's always talking about his children being in Madrid, and that's where his mind is. I think his mind was on Madrid tonight, you know, because it wasn't in Barcelona. So he's got to go. I mean, if we can get maybe Butlin, or maybe we can get a German keeper in. You know, I like German keepers. I think we'll be straight. And like I said, if we're gonna bring in these players, they have to play for the badge. We have no leaders at Chelsea right now. Okay. You know, when I started watching Chelsea, we had Terry, Lampard, Drogba, Cech. These guys were leaders. You know, they went down a goal, they would rally them up, they wouldn't complain, they wouldn't argue, they would rally the team up, and they'd come back fighting. And today,
right.
I didn't see that from Chelsea. So I'm let down. Hashtag Conte in. Conte's got to stay. Conte's got to stay. What was your take on the match?
Well, I mean, just the match overall, I think Chelsea didn't play the worst I've ever seen. Barca was definitely a class above, though. Messi especially. For me, if you give Messi too much time on the ball, he's going to punish you.
Yeah.
Chelsea really weren't able to close him down. They were giving him way too much space. He was able to do as he wanted. He would come from the wing, cut in, across your whole back line.
Yeah.
That's deadly. And the guy's left-footed, so if he's coming in off the right, onto his left, I mean, it's a no-brainer. The man's going to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, so what did you think about Chelsea's setup? I mean, what we saw at Stamford Bridge was them fall back, welcome the press, and then counter. What we saw at the Camp Nou was a bit different. We saw Chelsea start, like I said, with Giroud. I thought he played decently. He didn't play perfectly, but Giroud's he's not Luis Suarez, he's not Lewandowski, he's not Harry Kane.
No.
So what did you think about them attacking?
Like you said, I didn't like Fabregas in the midfield. I just don't think he's suited for Chelsea style play right now. He's not at the same pace as some of the other players. Maybe it would have been nice to see Danny Drinkwater in there.
Yeah, I second that.
Conte.
I second that.
I really liked Danny Drinkwater getting into the side. The couple times he's gotten it in, he's done well. I think he plays the part. You also have, like you said, the Courtois mistakes. I mean, when your keeper gets nutmegged twice like that, it's not a good look. Like you said, maybe his head wasn't in the game.
And on the second goal, Dembele's a left footer, and he took a shot with his right. Courtois, like again, a keeper of that caliber cannot get beat like that. And Courtois,
I mean, granted, the ball had enough pace on it, I feel like.
He still got a touch on it.
Yeah,
if you got a touch on it, he's good enough to hit it, to get it out. It went up in the net.
No, you're 100% right. I mean, the first game, I felt like Willian was definitely the difference maker.
For sure.
This game, I expected Hazard to maybe step up, show why he should be playing on a big team, why the big teams want him.
Yeah.
He's already at a big team, but you've got Barca, you've got Madrid knocking on the door. I think PSG as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, every team in the world, they've seen what Hazard's capable on when he's on.
But he's got to do it against big teams.
He's got to do it against big teams. I thought William performed better than him today for sure. I got to give my boys some credit. Kante left blood on the field, like always. Top class. William played well. Marcos Alonso played very well.
Marcos Alonso was your best player.
Yeah, without a doubt. I would say either him, Kante, or William. And then not much from Eden, unfortunately. But then again, they went out there to stop him.
That explains... That says a lot about your side when you're saying your left back is your best player.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. For me, going into the future, I think Chelsea, the fans, just as much as Roman Abramovich, we need to put our faith into Conte. We need to give him some money in the summer, have him ship some people off. Like I said, Pedro, Fabregas, maybe a couple, two more other players that just don't fit the system. Bakayoko for sure. Bakayoko's a plumber, mate. I'm telling you that a million times. Bakayoko needs to go. We need to find a replacement for Victor Moses because in the final third, he's not getting it done. He had a lot of opportunities today. He can't cross a ball, and he had some shots, and he just couldn't do anything.
Like you said, he's not getting the crosses in. Giroud's not effective if he's not getting service.
Yeah, unfortunately, I thought there was a couple of times that Giroud got the ball. He made some mistakes, but there was other times where he was doing well with the ball, holding it up and letting it off for other players, and he was also finding players out wide. So, like I said, heartbroken, tough day. I still don't like Barcelona. I hope they get knocked out the next round.
I hope Liverpool gets them the next round.
I do. I hope either City or Liverpool gets them and takes them out. I don't even care. But
I hope Liverpool plays against them. I think Liverpool's attack would be a great match against Barcelona.
For sure. And granted, my team lost today, and I don't want to sound bitter, but this Barca team isn't hyped up. I mean, they are hyped up. They're not as good as people claim they are. For me personally,
the undefeated season so far has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, mentality.
They've got the mentality, that winning mentality. They get it done.
Yeah,
they get the job done.
They get the job done, but I think when they come up against an adversary, especially in the Champions League further as we go on, they're not going to be able to do it.
Well, we'll see what goes on later on down the line. Man United versus Sevilla.
This was a shocker, I'll tell you that, mate. I was very shocked.
I was very surprised. This was probably one of the worst Manchester United performances I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I'd have to second that. Ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left, I think we've seen bad performances from David Moyes' side, bad performances from a Louis van Gaal side.
This one might take the cake.
I think this one takes the cake. And it's a Jose Mourinho side, and when you talk Jose Mourinho, you talk big games like we talked about before. I mean, he got the job done at Liverpool at the weekend. Don't forget, they beat Liverpool 2-1. They beat your side, mate.
And I think part of that, Rashford against Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think was a bit of a mismatch. Trent Alexander-Arnold, he still needs time. I think he's a great right back, a great defender. He just needs to learn more about the game, more about the Premier League pace, and he'll settle into the side in the future.
Yeah.
But Rashford was definitely the difference maker against Sevilla.
Nothing. I mean, granted, he was playing on the right side. He's more effective on the left side, as we've seen in past games, definitely against Liverpool. And if you dissect that Liverpool game, 2 goals came from long balls from David De Gea. So what I'm saying is that they're getting wins in big games, and that's what Mourinho's there for, to win big games. But are they playing well in these big games? No, they're not.
They parked the bus for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, at Liverpool, and they came out in a Champions League round of 16. in Manchester at Old Trafford to defend. They started Fellaini.
100%.
Fellaini hasn't played in 4 months. Mourinho, what are you doing, man? And he's got Paulito Pogba on the bench. Come on,
Bro, that honestly made no sense to me. I would like to know what his reasoning behind it is. Fellaini, for me, he was non-existent in the game.
Yeah, he had one opportunity in the first half, and it was an easy save for.
Lingard, when he came in, did okay.
Yeah,
I think him coming on kind of sparked a little bit of attack for Man U, but I don't understand having. I would have started the same side he started against Liverpool.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are
Juan Mata was in the side. He's great at finding those open spaces. He's not necessarily a player who's going to get in behind a lot, but he's good at finding open spaces.
Yeah.
He's a great passer of the ball. Even McTominay, I would say, would have been a better option than Fellaini.
Yeah, I mean, he's played well in the first game against Sevilla. So why wouldn't you give him an opportunity to show what he's got at Old Trafford? You know, what I don't understand from Mourinho, I just don't understand, is you got Rashford, you got Martial, you've got Lingard, you've got Lukaku.
Exactly.
All these attacking-minded players, and Paul Pogba, one of the best attacking midfielders of all time. And you're defending. You're out there to defend. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me. What is his mindset? Sense. And did you see what he said at the end of the game when they were in the press?
That's abysmal. If I were,
it makes me question his sanity.
If I were a Manchester United fan, I would want that man's head.
Yeah, you would want him out.
I would want that man's head.
And we actually did a poll on our Instagram. We left it up to the ATP lads to decide if they wanted Mourinho in or they wanted Mourinho out, and 60% said that they would have Mourinho leave.
I mean, after that performance, how can you argue with that?
You can't. I mean, you're at Manchester United. He's trying to make excuses. You're at Manchester United. Granted, Manchester United, this isn't 99.
Listen, I think Fergie should just come out of retirement.
No, dude, it's like he's got, I don't know what the It's like...
It's ridiculous.
But you know what? I got to tell these Manchester United fans, I got to hit them with some banter. Man United fans, it's not 99. It's not 2006. It's not 2009. You guys have to lower your expectations. I'm sorry. You guys aren't going to win a trophy. They haven't challenged for the Premier League in years. They haven't challenged for the Champions League in years. So, I mean, it's time to, they talk up Man United, they talk up Man United, and they're getting used to this now.
Look, we can talk about Sevilla, but I don't think the Sevilla side was better than Unai Emery's Sevilla.
Yeah.
It wasn't better than Sampaoli's Sevilla. Yeah. They're in 5th place right now in La Liga.
Yeah. And see, that's what irks me more, because this is a team that's conceded 5 goals on multiple occasions in La Liga. I think Real Madrid put 5 on them, Atletico Madrid put 5 on them, and you see Man United's team on paper, and then you see Sevilla's team on paper, and it's just different class. But that's what happens when you have a manager who's so stubborn, who sets out his team to defend. Prime example, Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez is great when he's roaming around. He's free to roam in the attacking third. But similar to what happened with Mourinho at Chelsea with Eden Hazard, he demanded that Eden cover his defender. Demanded, and he would get upset when he wouldn't do it, and that started getting the dressing room against Mourinho. And that's what we're seeing with Alexis Sanchez. Yeah. Alexis Sanchez does not like to defend. He's not a defender-minded player. So he has to understand. He has to stop being so stubborn, and he has to change his style. And just to end it off with Man United, for my opinion, I think Mourinho took the Man United job way too soon. He had gotten fired from Chelsea in December and waited a couple months and just went into the Man United job. I think he took the Man United job to spite Chelsea.
Yeah, no. And, I mean, talking again about Sevilla, Ben Yedder comes in off the bench, plays 20 minutes, turns Man United's defense into... I don't even know.
They look like Yorkstown defense or something like that.
I don't know what happened. This man came in and 2 touches on the ball, 2 goals.
Yeah, no, but I mean, the first goal was clinical. That was a very good goal. The second goal, my opinion,
listen,
error.
It's gotten to the point where not even #DaveSaves can save you.
#DaveSaves. Yes, man, I'm telling you, David De Gea. I don't understand from a keeper's perspective.
It doesn't.
he was trying to hit it over the bar. Just hit it to the side or hit it back in play. And have
But
it
that's
run
where
in your
Man U
fingers.
has fallen. We're in the last stretch of the season, and they're out of Champions League. Do they have FA Cup
They're
left?
still in the FA Cup.
Yeah, and Mourinho's talking about the FA Cup.
As if it's something big. I understand. Granted, I want Chelsea to win the FA Cup. Don't get me wrong. But
Okay, Liverpool's still in one tournament. Man U is still in one tournament.
Yeah.
But we're in Champions League, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in Champions League. We're in the best of Europe.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree 100%.
Who are you going to play in FA Cup?
Yeah, but I don't even know. Wigan's still in there. That gives you that much.
Exactly.
They're going to draw Wigan and probably lose to Wigan.
It wouldn't surprise me. I think this is the beginning of the end for Mourinho.
Oh, yeah.
If he keeps this up next 2-3 games,
he'll get the sack.
I think he'll get the sack. I can't see him continuing. He already put the fans on his back.
Yeah.
I don't think the owners are too happy with those comments.
And the dressing room's going to turn against him.
No, and the players, what would the players think? What do you think is going through their minds right now?
When they hear all of that.
Paul Pogba, one of the most highly rated midfielders of the past 4 or 5 years, on the bench in a Champions League game.
Yeah, he's going to definitely want to leave. I feel like he should go.
I'll take him at Liverpool.
Yeah, you know what's it's gonna end up happening where Conte's gonna leave Chelsea, Mourinho's gonna be out of a job at Man United, and perfect romance. What's a better love story than Mourinho Chelsea? I don't know. It might happen again. This is like,
dude.
It might happen.
All right. Well,
They're gonna have
I'm
the
not.
privileges.
We'll see.
You know,
I can't see that happening.
Well, now it's time to move forward, and I'm gonna brag a little bit because your boy won the predictions from last week. You gotta give it up to me. Give it up to me.
Hey man, it wouldn't be fair if I won every week. We gotta keep it interesting.
No, but I didn't. I demolished you.
You did
4,
win. You did
Lewis 1. You know,
did win.
there was just if I would have had more points, if it wouldn't have been for a couple of goals, you know, here and there. You know, I told you, Man United were gonna come out and they were gonna be Liverpool. Liverpool's gonna start dropping points. I told you that. Now Chelsea's got 56.
I don't think so.
Liverpool's got 60 points. They're in 4th. We're in 5th. We play you guys the second to the last game of the season, you know?
It might come down to that game.
I think it's going to come down to that. Oh, and we have to also mention real quick that Harry Kane's out for a month. So top 4 for Tottenham's going to be tough now.
I think England fans are sweating right now for the World Cup, man.
It's going to be, well, hopefully he's back, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I support England. Yeah, I think you do as well. So
I think they have a solid team.
yeah, but hopefully Harry Kane's back. I mean, like I said, it's only a month, so will he be fully fit for the first game of the World Cup? We'll have to see. Hopefully, I think he will be. And last thing, we're going to end up on this because, you know, you're a Liverpool fan and a legend. Jamie Carragher.
Oh, God.
Real quick. You saw what happened.
Jamie, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
You saw what happened with the 14-year-old girl where he spit from the car.
Jamie. 2-1. 2-1. 2-1, mate. Unlucky Jamie, lad. 2-1, lad.
Just ridiculous.
Now, just to end,
It's just ridiculous.
I have a question. You know, he's working at Sky, so is it hashtag?
I think was.
That's what I'm gonna ask you. Is it hashtag Carragher in or hashtag Carragher out?
I mean, when you do stuff like that and it gets publicly exposed like that, like, dude, you dug your own grave, man.
So hashtag.
I mean, I'd like to see him keep the job, but he made a mistake. He couldn't keep his cool. Sorry, man. I hope you can get a job elsewhere. Maybe start coaching at Liverpool's academy. We'll see how that goes.
Well, Jamie, I'm on the other side. I like you, a pundit like yourself. I wouldn't want banter like that on me, so I'm Carragher in.
Let's go.
Well, thank you for watching our 3rd episode of Across the Pond Review. Hopefully you liked our take on what happened in the Champions League this week. Please leave comments on the video. We're going to be reading them out next week.
Definitely. Have a good one, guys.